Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Game 2 of this really, so far, very epic matchup between Twitch.tv and Quora. As I said, this is Game 2. It's going to be on Daybreak, so without any further ado, let me go ahead and introduce our players. Over here in the purple, you know him. You love him. This is the NetDev manager at Twitch.tv. He loves playing Zerg and Protoss, and his words, not mine, he frankly sucks with Terran, but he plays Zerg because he loves Banelings. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our favorite caster professional, djWheat. And down here in the red, he's going to be representing Quora. He loves playing Zerg. He remembers it from Brood War and just loved that. He's a software engineer who loves pretty much everything about his job and plays basketball on the side. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the man representing Quora. It is csko. csko? I'm calling it csko. Not to be confused with the team from csko, who I believe is also playing in the B League. So this is going to be a ZVZ, and as you can see from our sick and professional looking overlay in the top, I'm sorry, I mentioned this in every video, I can't get over it, it just looks so good. Quora did take game 1, it was a Terran versus Terran, and it was pretty fun. So go back on my YouTube channel and watch it, or watch it on the Twitch TV archives, or wherever you go, make sure you watch it. It was a really exciting game, and of course, I'm very excited for the results of this game. So it looks like csko is going to be going for that extractor and then pool, and it looks like djWheat is going to be going for a lot more drones first, and he's the hatch first. So an econ build for djWheat and an aggression build for csko. Now DJ does have his drone in here. He's spotting that this pool is down way before his is down, and choosing not to drop his pool until a little bit late. Could have afforded that about 50 minerals earlier, but it's just going to be a little bit delayed. Getting another Overlord to help him out. And now this pool is almost done. So are we going to see the super early aggression out of csko, or are we going to see a tech up? And it's all coming down to this. A queen coming out probably means we're going for more tech, not getting those super early links to try and do some big damage. If he tries to get any sort of large number of lings and send them over now, djWheat's pool is going to be done in plenty of time. He's going to pop out a couple himself, and he's just going to be completely fine. And again, that critical Overlord placement is given both Quora and Twitch perfect knowledge of what's happening. A great block by djWheat is going to delay this hatch for quite a while, but it eventually does go down, and this pair of lings is going to hop on over here and drive this drone away. Which move faster? Lings move faster than workers. I should know that because I play Protoss and my scouting probes get destroyed all the time by lings. But whatever. So this hatch has finished up for djWheat quite a bit before csko's. His pool is done. He's got a pair of lings of his own, actually 4 lings, going to be going out, and they're going to save this drone and looking to try and get a couple ling kills, but Quora does a really good job of just dodging them and then running straight in, and he's going to be able to stay ahead and get that scouting knowledge. Of course, he's not going to see much. He's going to see, drones, extractor, pool, and that he has a queen. And, Twitch, djWheat is going to be fine. He's got just about the same amount of scouting information, I believe, although he doesn't see his Baneling nest going down. That could spell trouble if he decides to continue going a ton of lings, and a Baneling nest of his own going down. We're going to see some Baneling on Baneling action, guys. One Spinecrawler is going down at the front. That'll help off, or help out picking off any Banelings that come up, or trying to lead the pack. And if djWheat can spend the attention and pick off those Banelings, he'll be in great shape. But so far, very even game. 18 drones for each player. Exactly even number of lings, although quite a number of lings coming out for our friend from Quora. And almost even in every other way. Now, the Baneling nest was done for Quora a little bit early, and he is going to be morphing in just a couple Banelings, and they're being morphed in way back at base, so it looks like he doesn't want to be too offensive. These Speedlings are going to be running in here just a little bit before the speed of djWheat is done, but that Spinecrawler is going to do a great job at deferring these lings. And now trying to morph into Banelings, but djWheat, of course, sees it. Speed is finished up for him, and a handful of lings for csko are going to help him out. But these 3 Banelings are going to go in. Are they going to get some good hits? They look like they want to... Yeah, okay. So they forced the cancel on the banelings and did get about 6 banelings. Now, good control by csko does mean he loses only 3 lings to the other 2 banelings, but now djWheat does have the ling advantage, and he's going to be able to chase these guys away, although they're just going to run... Nope, they're not going to run straight back up. So he's going to be running these guys over and trying to do a little bit of poking at csko, but with these 2 defensive banelings at the top of the ramp here, and with 2 more warping or morphing in, it looks like he's going to be fine. But djWheat wants to do the same sort of thing right back to csko, morphing in a couple banelings and following it up with a huge baneling sweep that, of course, csko sees with control of this tower. But djWheat is going for blood. Now he's moving in with just a handful of stuff. There's not much here to defend. One of those banelings is going to go down and take out about 3 lings, and he's going for workers. He's going for workers. That's a big hit. Oh, could he get one more hit and kill all those workers? All of those workers are going to survive with just 6 health. And now djWheat is going to be targeting this hatch. It looks like he's going to be able to get it down. There's just not enough damage. But no, instead he's going to pull off the hatchery and go for those drone kills, getting a lot of drone kills on those very weak drones. But these 2 queens here are going to be able to clean up the rest of the lings, and this hatch does survive. Not sure about that decision making from djWheat, although this 1 ling is going to come in here and get some good scouting. Again, not seeing much, but he's going to get a couple free hits against these drones, and it looks like he might even get 1 kill right before these lings come in and finish him off. And another big stream of lings are just coming in. It looks like he's going to be morphing in just a couple more banelings, and meanwhile csko is going to be sending his own lings around. It's going to be a ring around the middle of this map until they knock down this center destructible debris. So these lings are going to be moving in here, poking in and seeing that there are 3 banelings here, so unless he's really careful, he's not going to be able to do that well against this sort of attack. Meanwhile, a bunch of lings coming in here at the main. It looks like the couple banelings there did help out, but just about 3 or 4 lings are going to be moving in there. Meanwhile, a couple banelings going in for the free worker kills, getting just a couple workers. If you take a look at the workers killed, really small numbers of workers killed. And now those defensive banelings are going to be coming and pushing out the rest of these lings, but some good control is going to sacrifice just 1 ling for 1 baneling. This queen is still here in a really good position. The spinecrawler almost finished, and he really wants to kill that hatch, but unfortunately just very good defensive play from csko. It's going to be pushing him away. Trading another ling for a baneling, did a great job there, and now it looks like he's going in for blood. Oh, but he can't decide, does he want the workers or does he want the hatch? And he's going to be running out there and just not doing very much damage. A ton more drones coming out for djWheat, and a ton more lings and banelings coming out for csko. So he's doing a very good job of keeping up the pressure. If we take a look at the units tab, actually djWheat is behind, and even with those drones that just finished up, he's still behind a little bit, so he needs to do some catching up. Meanwhile, these lings chasing him back here into the base, but a really good baneling hit is going to take out the rest of those lings, and that baneling dying for 2 lings, not the greatest trade, but it did end that aggression very well. And now it's just back and forth as djWheat sends this passel of 16 lings right back at csko. No third base for either of these players. They've been too busy just trying to stay alive, and Aspire is going to be coming out for csko. Meanwhile, I see upgrades coming up for djWheat, or at least the Evo chamber coming up, but no further tech. A lot of banelings being morphed in here, but there's a lot of defensive banelings for csko as well. He has his own Evo chamber. Nothing started upgrading yet. This spinecrawler is going to go down and burrow. Looks like csko pulled back his lings, wants to stop that aggression and maybe pick himself up and collect himself. Just a couple lings going in here. They are going to waste 1 baneling, but they are also going to see there's a ton of spinecrawlers, there's a ton of banelings, and there's a lot of lings over here. Wasting just a couple more banelings. Oh, and a really good baneling hit from djWheat is going to take out a ton of Zerglings, and he does go in and he finally gets that hatch, and just a couple more workers. OMG is right, Vinland, whoever you are. That was a pretty good play for djWheat. Of course, a hatch immediately going down to try and replace it, but that's a lot of lost mining time, and meanwhile, he is just caught up in the workers. And now his econ is going to explode ahead of csko. However, this Spire is down. Just a couple lings, or mutas, I'm sorry, can't talk today. A couple mutas coming out for csko. Still nothing that shoots up. He has transitioned over to roaches here on the twitch.tv side, and with 1 queen at each base, he should be able to hold off small numbers of muta, but with 4, that might be enough to overwhelm 1 queen at a time. There is no creep spread for twitch.tv, which means this queen is going to be slow to reinforce down here, and of course vice versa, depending on where the mutas go. Good overseer placement here. Did get a really good scout. What did he see? I saw just about everything, and saw that there really wasn't a bigger tech coming up. Lair only just now getting finished. A couple banelings are going to be streaming in for djWheat. Doesn't look like there's many workers here as this hatch only just finished, and there's a lot of queens here that are going to be able to defend that very easily. And it looks like the most damage that happened there was just a couple baneling. One baneling was lost. So these 4 mutas are flying in. They are spotted by these overlords, and unfortunately realizing that he has nothing to shoot up. This queen is over here, and he's building a spore crawler, but that's easily going to be focused down by even a small number of mutas like this. He does get the cancel off, which is good, and these mutas are going to be immediately flying over to the queen. Now the second queen is over here now, and he is going to push out these 4 mutas, so they didn't really do too much damage. They forced the cancel on a spore, and now they're going to force a cancel on this and get a drone kill. A couple more mutas are going to be joining them. It's about 7 mutas flying around right now, and djWheat needs to figure out something to deal with this, as it's only a small number of mutas now, but that could quickly explode. Now these mutas are looking for these roaches, but it looks like he missed them actually until they get down to here. Are these going to go in for the free kills? Passing by this overlord. This overlord is sweating. He says, please don't fight me, please don't fight me. But instead these mutas want to take out these roaches. This is a big roach attack. Only banelings here to defend, and banelings aren't going to be the most effective against this. But the mutas are going to go in, and of course roaches can't shoot up, but mutas just don't do enough damage to clear these guys out in a good amount of time. Banelings going in, getting a lot of good hits, and weakening up a lot of these roaches. Roaches is still just going for blood, but a really good play by csko pulls them back into these spine crawlers, and that is going to be the damage he needs to clean that up without too much more losses. No more workers killed, and his third is secure, and I'm not sure, yeah, djWheat does not see that. Now these mutas are going to be able to intercept these roaches and pick off a couple beforehand. djWheat not sure what he wants to do with these, started to pull them back, but instead is going to send them right forward, and these mutas can't make up their mind on what they want to do, getting a lot of damage on these overlords, but they need to be focusing on these roaches. And it's just 6 roaches, now 5 roaches moving in here. Looks like these spy crawlers and these queens are going to have just a super easy time cleaning this up, especially with the professional level transfuses over here, so no damage done there. Looks like a Ling run by did force a cancel for djWheat, so he's down to only 2 bases. And again, I'm not seeing any real tech. An Infestation Pit is down, but he has just now started the Pathogen Glands upgrade, which means he wouldn't have infestors, or at least he wouldn't have high energy infestors for quite a while. These mutas getting a couple free Overlord kills, but djWheat's doing a good job of pulling them back, except for, of course, this one and all the ones that he's not pulling back. But you know what? That's okay. We're rolling with it. So these mutas are doing a really good job of getting some free kills. Taking a look at that food count, actually. Wow, csko has a big food advantage that I wasn't really expecting. And I'm not sure where that's coming from. I guess he has about 20 more drones, which is giving his economy just a really big boost. And other than that, it just doesn't look like Twitch has anything. A couple banelings sitting here. They'll be really good against those lings that are just hanging out around there. But again, still nothing that shoots up. These 2 queens and these spore crawlers are going to be able to fend off the worker lines, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to push out with anything until he gets something that can shoot up. Now, of course, a really good timed infestor push is going to come out right after that Pathogen Glands upgrade, so these guys are out and ready to fungal. So they could do a really good job at catching some mutas. And throw out some infested Terrans and take care of them. But we'll just have to see. These 7 mutas are still flying around. Meanwhile, Infestation Pit going down for csko. So it looks like he wants to transition out of this, as he only made really these 7 mutas. And he's going to get a really good spot on those lings and see them swinging around. He gets off a couple hits, but not too much. I think he might have killed 1 ling. But really what it means is he can prepare over here. So he's got these banelings placed and spread out. He's got a spine crawler. He's sending a changeling over just to check things out. These mutas are hanging out here, ready to move into the back, but they'll be pushed away by these spore crawlers. The action is really over here. This changeling did get over here and spot this army. 1 ling going to be going over here and burrowing. Not burrowing in a position to be able to block this hatch, but enough to get a scout over, although, of course, he immediately unburrows it and sends it back to the front. Now, there's plenty of stuff here by Quora to be able to defend this. These mutas are going to be moving in to help the defense. This roach able to clear out that 1 ling before it takes out any of these banelings, so very good play by csko. And the rest of these guys just burrowed over here. Not sure what he wants to do with this. 36 more lings coming out for djWheat. Looks like he wants to flood into that base and just finish him off. It looks like he's trying to expand, but a good ling placement over here is going to block that expand and kill this drone off. And, yeah, tension is just growing as this becomes sort of a Mexican standoff. djWheat doing a good job at trying to send those lings in one at a time to burn those banelings, but unfortunately, enough roaches here that they're getting killed before they have any chance to do anything. These beaters are going to fly in and get the free kills on all the unburrowed lings, although it doesn't look like they're able to see the burrowed lings over there. Meanwhile, this army's starting to pile up for djWheat back at his base. Saw a couple infestors coming out for our friend Cisco from Quora, and it's just a game of waiting for someone to push. These 7 mutas have done a great job, and they're healing really fast. I wonder if that Heart of the Swarm upgrade applied to Wings of Liberty as well. They're going to be flying in and getting the scouting information. There are 2 queens here, which means they're going to do a really good job of pushing this out. But Cisco does a perfect job of pulling these back and saving all of his mutas. Meanwhile, throwing down the 4th hatch, these links could pop up and give it a sort of hard time, but this army moving across the map could do an even better job of messing his day up. An aggressive triple expand actually going down for Cisco. He feels really safe. And an Ultralisk Cavern going down, as well as a Hydra Den, and a ton more upgrades. And that's a lot of banelings. And all the drones coming out, it looks like djWheat wants to do the spine crawler push, building just a ton of spine crawlers, but his army is not in a good position to help defend it. The beach ball is going down, and Infestitarians are going to be able to take out all of these spine crawlers way ahead of time, and he forces the mass cancel from djWheat. So that was just not very well executed, unfortunately. Banelings are going to move in and take out a good amount of the Infestitarians, but gosh, Infestitarians just do a ton of damage. And now he's going to be moving in and he's going to be cleaning this up. Hopefully he doesn't burn any Banelings on this. Just one Infestitarian is just sitting here. And now here's the big engagement. A ton of Banelings getting burned. Good fungals by djWheat and a ton of Infestitarians going down. But the Infestors are safe at the back for Cisco, and he's going to be throwing down a ton of Infestitarians of his own. And all of these roaches are just super strong, able to take those fungal growths like a champ. And he does clean up, and it is the GG from djWheat. So Quora takes Game 2 in this best-of-5 series. They're up to 2-0 in this series, and they're going to be moving into Game 3 with really good momentum, and it's got to be a great attitude. Because they're just doing really well. Cleaned up that first game, and now just wiped the floor of the second game. That aggressive triple expand just doing a really good job, although it looks like he canceled this one out of fear. But again, that run by, sniping this third, those constant worker kills gave Cisco the edge in this match. So it is 2-0 in favor of Quora, and we are going to go to Game 3 between Twitch.tv and Quora in just a moment. If you're on YouTube, just hit that next video link, and you'll be watching the rest of this match. If you're on Twitch, hang tight, and we'll get right to it. But until then, guys, good luck and have fun.